Okay, good morning, everybody. I see lots of requests coming in. Happy Friday, happy end of the week, happy the last trading day of the month. How is it gonna
Woohoo!
close, Tracker? Are we gonna have a nice weekly and monthly candle close? Are we?
Oh, man, I hope so. It's sort of spooky looking in the VIX. I'll talk about that in a little bit, but actually kinda good too, so I'm looking for a happy ending to May here
Very good.
when you take in the whole month. So, yeah, go ahead and do the thing. Do the indices, and let's get to it.
Okay, yes, let's get started here with the indices here. And so, no change really, week over week over week for the past 3 weeks. Sorry, let's go to the weekly chart here. Basically, the 1.618 still is the target to stay above. Again, there is a gap down there below too that we got to pay attention to if this ever starts to lose as a support. So one step at a time, one level at a time. But the monthly chart, we can see it's going to close very, very nicely. I think Kat already brought this up numerous times. How it's everything is shaping up to be like a morning star candle formation on the monthly charts here. And morning star is basically a doji with a bullish following it, and this is a bullish formation. Plus the conversion line's way down there, so it's nothing really scary on the monthly chart. It's looking very, very nice, and with the QQQ on the monthly chart too. Also, another Morningstar candle formation too. Actually, it's making a higher high too than this big bearish engulfing candle here, and it looks like it's going to be well above that 1.414. And on the weekly chart, it's just basically above all indicators as well. Just a little bit down pre-market, but it's basically the same range as the past 3 weeks in a row. And the IWM, this one still is really in a tight range too. The 205 up to the 207, and even the 100-week moving average is at 203. But when you look at the monthly chart, you can see clearly it's developing something nicely. How it just broke out and back tested the cloud and even the 100-month moving average. And this month actually has a chance to even reclaim this baseline at 203.33. So that is an improvement over the last 2 months. So even though it's not breaking above a lot of resistance levels, closing the month back above that 203.33 would be ideal. So let's see if it can do that. It is pretty close to that pre-market, so could be a little bit of a battle today for the end of the month. But so far, so good. These are positive developments for a bullish case, not really a bearish case. And actually, lastly, we can even look at the SMH too on a month-to-month basis. And you know what? It's reclaiming a lot of the levels with a nice morning star candle formation, and it's getting back to the zone where all of these wicks are, right? All of this distribution happened. It's getting back
Oh,
there, and
yeah.
it could actually start to form a base on top of this 237.75 now. So nothing in the charts on the high time frame look bad to me. It is an important weekly candle close. And I know that people are worried about, oh, is Bitcoin going to nuke? Is it going to collapse? Is it going to do this? Well, I can just show you what Bitcoin's really doing right now. And here it is. Bitcoin is maintaining my GAN level, right? I can zoom in so we can see it clearly. I've been showing you this chart all week, actually. And we've had the range, right? We wicked to the arc, we wicked through the green level, and guess what? It's still holding, right? Even after all this volatility, after all that those liquidations last night, it's still holding. So this is fine. And if you don't believe in that holding, then you can also go to the let's go to the BTC over here. You can go to the Bitcoin on log scale, and we still have that log based fib too, the 103,611 that was really challenging to break above, and it still did not even go back test that this week, right? The past 2 weeks it did. So even if it does lose that 105,500 support, there is still a lot more support below. And there's that 103,611. Then you got the linear scale 102,076. There's just so much support below that I think a lot of people are anticipating something drastic when perhaps it's not even going to come. So I'm very, very bullish on these charts right now. I was doing some altcoin buying yesterday, and this is a great development. And I do see a request for coin actually. It's a good transition into it because coin, I'm watching some levels right here, which is basically this 786 fib, right? This is the 245 zone right here. And you got the baseline on the weekly chart. You got it's a 786. You got the top of the cloud. Then, if we look at the monthly chart for coin, the conversion line is right there at 246.17. So to reclaim all of that would be important. So it's really going to be cutting it close for the monthly candle close and the weekly candle close. But I think what I'm going to focus on the most is just the structure of this weekly chart. It so far just looks like a breakout back test, right? That's it. Is it going to go a little bit deeper? Maybe it's possible, but I think this is a good development in the right direction. I was waiting for this the whole week, actually, getting down back to the 240s because it took a while to get there. And I'm like, oh, maybe it's not going to do it, but a back test would be normal. And exactly, it finally happened. So I'm looking forward to this level holding the 245, 246 zone. If it can, that'll be great for continuation.
Matt is being humble. Last night he gathered about like he has been waiting for this all week. He gathered like a list of like 6 or 7 different cryptos that he was really excited altcoins to buy, and he listed exactly what level he wanted to see them hit. And I think Matt, what did they all just about exactly hit what you were looking for?
Yeah, all of them except for Fetch. It was way off, but Fetch is just showing the strength. But actually, Ethereum, I said like 2,500. It got down to like 2,550. So it got close. It got to the zones, right? The zones I was
Yeah.
looking at, it got really close. So yeah.
Yeah, he said 213 for XRP. It went right to 213. It was great. I actually bought some more XRP. I'd asked my wife if I could dip into the bank account a little bit and put some more money into it. I told her I wasn't going to do that anymore, and she relented. So I got a little bit more XRP. Um,
No.
Bitcoin. Here's this chart. I published this yesterday early on, and let's see. I was looking for a measured move, so I did kind of like an upside down. This one right here, these 3 points. It's like, and it's a fib extension down, but and so the 100% level on this just means 100% of that. So I was looking for a measured move, and we didn't. I couldn't quite see where back then the moving average 75 was way back here, and I couldn't quite tell where it was going to hit. But look, this is what happened. So it went a little deeper than the measured move, went below the 105, 455 that I had said for a measured move, and then it went right to that moving average, 75 in the 8-hour chart. I was very excited about that. Posted that all over the place and was patting myself on the back and blah blah blah. So here, that's the C wave down, and if this level holds, and right now it looks like a tweezer bottom because this morning it came back down, touched it again. In fact, how close was it? It just put a toenail over it, right? Just to make sure if you didn't get liquidated here, it liquidated some more people that were overextended right there. And now it could go back up. I would love to see it go back over the 770.2. The 786 would even be better. And then just doing now a Fibonacci extension up using, sorry, using the 100,764 level to the 1,000 top, and this 104, 196 that we just had. Wait, sorry, 104, 688 that we just had. Then these are the extensions here on the right. 113,000 back to 109, 120,000 back to 116, and then ding, 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 it tops out at the top of this big channel that I've been looking at to 131,000 for just this this is like a minor cycle of the whole chart. This was from the show the other night. Someone was asking if they were crazy to buy BITF. No, I think BITF actually has the most. I compared all these different ones. I looked at where they were in comparison to their fib extensions. Winner was 758%. Bitfarms, that was at the 11.4 then. I think Bitfarms is maybe slightly below the 11.4 again now, but so that means it has farther to rise. Yeah, and so this is trying to eke out its way to finish my larger degree. The 1618 would be up here at 143,931. All right. Anyway, yeah, I'm very excited about this possibly being the bottom for Bitcoin for a new sub. Oh, we could do that. All right, I bet Bitcoin. Oh, I should do Tesla. Let's see. Do, do, do.
Go ahead.
Tesla, I can tell you that it is still kind of big question mark around this 38.2% fib extension. It looks like now it's sort of cheating towards going towards 305.52. It, it, it still might not. I mean, it could just be a bigger oscillation before it breaks up again. It's so hard to tell with Tesla. They've got the market managers, money managers have their thumb all over the scale on this thing. Gosh, it really looks like I was thinking maybe a megaphone pattern, which would means it gets wider and wider. So kind of like it's going into it like this, and a lower low, a higher high, a lower low, higher high, lower low, and then it exits the pattern. Something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's usually like 9, 7 or 9. This would be if it exited the megaphone and yeah. And if it was 9, it would just do 2 more. Do like that. All right, so we'll see. It's still up. I mean, but the great thing is, I noticed this yesterday. If you're interested in options and stuff, TSLL moves twice Tesla. So even when Tesla isn't moving that much, TSL is moving a lot more. And if you play the options market on TSLL, you can get a lot. You can scrape a lot off of this volatility. Anyway, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I got a
Okay,
Tesla chart too.
go ahead, please.
Yeah. So I'm just going to show my linear scale again that I've been showing for a very long time now. Ever since prices were like basically all the way down here, I've been showing this, and yeah, it's right back to the orange level. And I issued caution the whole week and even last week that once it gets there, don't get excited, right? Don't get overly excited. And yes, we saw it spend so much time in the 360s, like, oh, they're just teasing you, teasing you, teasing you, and then like the last hours of the trading day yesterday, they sent it lower. And I think it just makes sense because this is a big resistance zone, and it's really, really difficult to break through. So if we just did do a Fibonacci retrace here, we can see that it is possible to even go back down to the 347.58, maybe even retest that. But I think this is the main thing I'm going to watch, right? The 347.58 is looking like a potential support now. So if it can just consolidate in this zone for a little bit, then I think it can actually start to break free. So this linear scale 786 is going to be my main focal point for the chart for support, right? Stay above it, it goes higher, right? It can break this resistance. If it starts to close weekly candles below it, then we're going to have to put 320s back on the table. But right now, the last 2 out of the 3 weekly candles, they're kind of hovering above it most of the time. So that's it. Really tight range. 347.58 all the way up to the 360s here. And I want a definitive close above this level in order to get to the 370s and above. So Tesla looks fine to me. It's just doing exactly what I expected, just going up to that level, getting rejected, and looking for direction now. Maybe consolidation at a higher level for a little bit before trying to break free. And I
Yeah,
did
I'd say
also have, go ahead.
I would just say with Tesla, every time it gets close to 350, buy it, and every time it gets close to 368, sell it. You could just do that for, I don't know, at least another week maybe.
Yeah. And I also had IonQ ready to go too, because that's the first request to get to from Shane. So IonQ is going back down towards the baseline, towards the previous 3590 high. And this is normal. Like it went up to previous resistance. Of course, it's probably going to get rejected the first time. These candles right here. big resistance, and then it goes lower. So breakout, looking for a back test here, maybe 36.30, 35.90, maybe even the conversion line 33.88. But this is part of the healthy process of trying to go higher. And once we do get some kind of back test, some kind of higher low in this vicinity down here, I think it'll be ready to go to the $70 zone up top, 70.26 to 1.272. So it's a very good looking chart now. But this was expected, I think, because it's a big resistance zone with all these previous candles.
All right. And then the thing I want to show you next is the VIX chart. And it's like, what is so basically it has been a big downtrend ever since April 7th. These are 4-hour candlesticks, a lot of breaking around the weekends and breaking up and breaking down. And after this panic wick on the 23rd, things calmed down. And once like the 4-hour moving average 75, this orange line here, is acting as resistance again. Like even in pre-market, it kind of like wicked over it, but we're back below it again. It kind of feels like I thought the VIX might follow this Ichimoku cloud, but it seems like it's kind of I don't know. It's following it on a different time scale. Like it's what's the word? It's leading it a little bit. So anyway, this move up like this is kind of trailing this. I don't know. Let's see if the VIX doesn't calm down today and bring us back to something that feels a bit normal. Otherwise, like as long as we spend time below, there's still going to be more advancers than decliners. I think, even when things start to wick up like this, you're going to still have some other more advancers than decliners. Maybe just the thing you're watching right now is declining, but other things could be advancing. Uh, anyway, yeah, VIX, it's still very bullish looking to me. And then with that, let me take you to one of the requests was EOS. And I told you guys yesterday, oh, I bought into this. I'm looking for this 23.6 was exactly the support level that I've been watching for. It got over the 618, didn't quite hit. So instead of the 382, I was looking for the 23.6, and we got there almost in pre-market. I bought in, and then yesterday it went right to the 23.6, and now in pre-market it actually went a little lower. Where's my 11.4? Oh, that's not too bad. Anyway, I think it overshot a little bit, but just like it also overshot the 618 on the upper side, it just overshot the 236 on the bottom side. So I still think that this is probably a great place to add or DCA. EOS will be heading back up. Now instead of 134% higher, it's got 145% higher to go to reach the 123.6 fib next at 1052, which by the way will bring it 2 cents over its IPO price of 1050. It's looking scary this morning, but I still like it a lot. And I'll just be holding on to my position here. Back to you, Matt.
Yeah, I got BBW, which is a Build-A-Bear workshop. Never charted that on this show before, but I think I know why people want to know, because it broke out. And people love asking for chart requests after they broke out, not before, always after. But this is right at resistance now. We can use the previous January 2015 high and the low back during COVID, and guess what? It's at the 1.272 right now, smack at it, right? A lot of times when we get these chart requests after they break out, they break out right to resistance, and that's not the time to be looking at them. So if you are looking for an opportunity, it was really before the breakout when it was just right in the 50-week moving average and touched the Ichimoku cloud before it really broke out. So I would be cautious up here, 53.82, maybe even come back down towards the 44, maybe even back to the top of the cloud, 38 in that zone. So it's not guaranteed to go back down there. It could try to just only back test maybe the previous high right up here, right at the 46. Because if you go back in time, all the way, actually going back in time, that it would be.
There's the dinosaur.
Yeah, there's the dinosaur. The IPO is way back here at 46 or 36, so I don't think it'll go back down there. But there is a possibility to go back down there. But I think we could just see a back test of the previous highs first before trying to break out. So I think their current range right now is probably like the 46 to the 53, $54 zone. Maybe just stay in this consolidating for a while before it can break out higher. But yeah, it's a very bullish chart. It's been bullish for a while, right? Ever since really this 100-week moving average back in 2022 held. It's just been higher highs and higher lows ever since. So nothing bearish about this chart. Build a bear. Nothing bearish. Or is it everything
Oh,
bearish about this chart? I don't know.
oh, please build a bear. That's so cute. All right, I've got IONQ
Yeah.
here, and IONQ is doing exactly what I expected it to do. I think hopefully you watched the show where I told you that 76.4 was going to be the top. I predicted 48.82. It actually went to 48.94, and down we go. The support is going to be the 38.2 fib at 33.31. So there's your buy-in point just before it hits 33.31. Because once it hits it, it's likely to just go straight up. If you're a more cautious person, you can wait for it to hit it and then bounce and then buy it after it proves 331. But I'm very confident. Look at that. It's like, oh, I'll start buying it at 33.45 or something like that to make sure I get my big orders in. There you go. Oh, and then so just to let you know, IONQ from the 38% goes to the 138% next, which is 121% higher. It almost feels like it should be 122. Yeah, 122% higher to the 138. 73.93 after 33.31. So there you go. Let's see what are the requests. Oh, Oscar. I bought into Oscar, and yeah, it went a little lower than I thought it might. Let's see. Well, I think it's just oscillating. I'm looking for it to go to the 38.2 at 1950. It didn't quite make it there. Got a tweezer top, went back down to test supports. Um, I really hope it doesn't go all the way to the decadal anchored VWAP at 1317, but it does look like it's kind of headed that way. The 11.4 fib extension should hold here at 1368. It's either like 1368, maybe 1320. But we're almost there. It's going to find support and then head back up. And then it will be going to, it's already kind of broken through the 23.61. So it should get to 30.2. And then, maybe because it already kind of did this argument a little bit, it could even go a little higher to the 618. But let's talk about that really quietly so it doesn't hear us and we don't want to scare it off. So at minimum 1950 next, or 40%, 41% higher from where price is now. 42% higher from the 11.4 at 1368. All right, back to you, Matt.
Yeah, I want to talk about some of these high flyers that people are all raging about, the RGC, the ESBET, and stuff like that. So, taking a look at RGC Bioscience, yeah, it's just been skyrocketing, right? Ever since it was down here in the $4, and now look at it, it's like at 700. Like this is an insane gain in just a matter of months. But these no, I mean, if you were really, you would have bought you just from the previous high to the low, broke out, got rejected up down to the golden pocket here. That was perfect for accumulation before the launch. True opportunity. And now I just don't know about chasing this, but the 1.618 does have potential to hold now up here, which is 369, and then the next fib is up here at 2500. So is that's where it's going? Maybe. I mean, these things are unpredictable and volatile and crazy. So if you're into this high risk and you want to chase, then maybe you could see that the 360 could hold us support and then maybe go to the 2500. But this is just ridiculous in my opinion because this is just complete chasing. If you just want to if you want to enter up here, really, again, the opportunity was back here in the 20s right there. And SBET, we can go to this one here, and it's right at the 200-week moving average. So it just shot straight up right to it, even pre-market. I think it nailed it. So it's 99. The 200-week is 101. So is that really ready to go higher? Maybe. I mean, we could use the fib from basically 2021 high down to the low, and you can also see it is trying to flip a fib to a support. So if you want to use that as a reference of trying to maintain a support level in order to break this resistance above, it's going to be 69.57. So it's going to be a volatile one too. But this one, it was just I mean, if you're trying to bottom fish, that's the only way you're going to get into this one, right? Because there was no bullish structure in this at all, nothing, right? Until now, right? Until this huge gap up, there was nothing bullish about this chart. This gap up made it more bullish because it got above the weekly cloud, above the 100, above some fib levels. So that gap up made it bullish. But now I would just look for 69.57. Try to hold that as support for the continuation higher. Tracker.
All right, I'm going to do this request for Rheinmetall AG, RHM in euros. Just real quick, take a screenshot of it. I think. Oh, let me turn off the volume candles. I think it's done with it went to the 764. It had kind of already pre-tested out the 382 support. This one just kind of ran and ran and ran. So I think it's going to go to the 1382 next at 2340 euros. So it's already kind of done some support testing right here. So yeah, I think it could just keep going. So once it gets over 1951.50, I think you're gonna have clear sailing at least to 2001.92, and but hopefully, likely 2003.40. So there you go, just a special request for one of our followers. And let me do QMCO next. I'm in this one now. Yep. I've got a position at 1290. It tested back a little bit farther than I was hoping it would. But if I just a fib extension from the 1010 bottom to the 1485 top, kind of a double top now. It ran back to this 50% level, and it looks like it might hold. It's trying to hold it. So yeah, from here, I project 243% higher to get to the 382. It's way up here. I mean, this chart's got it has some big legs, so it's got a lot of recovery to do. Even if if you looked at it like as a ABC recovery, then it would be targeting the at least the 59.68 here for the 618, which is yeah, it'll kind of anyway. I'm thinking a 764 is possible here, but on the smaller scale, yeah, let's just look for the 382 next. 4311. It's a lot of 243% from where price is right now. All right. Do you want to do the one, Matt, or do you want to keep going?
Yeah, I have a
Do
CrowdStrike and MVST ready to go. CrowdStrike. So yeah, it's going back up to the 1.272, the 479.90. Good recovery, right? It went right back down into that golden pocket area too, the 786, the 886, that zone. Even went back down to the 618 during that huge liquidity grab. And it bounced and it's making higher highs and it's going in the vicinity of 479.90. Then after that, 528. But I don't know if it's going to break free of this 479 right away. So just going to be cautious a little bit the closer it gets there because it is getting a little bit extended from the weekly conversion baseline. There is a katana forming down there too. So if any kind of dip did come back down to like the 398 or even low 400s, I think that could be an opportunity for CrowdStrike, but not saying it will get down there. It could just be trying to now possibly stabilize on top of this previous high zone, maybe around the 450 zone. So we can maybe look for a back test in the 450s first, try to build a base up there, and then break free of that 479. And then MVST Micro Vast holding finally broke above the 200 week moving average 2 weeks ago. Also finally broke above the 618 fib right here at 357. So fantastic developments here. I'll just take off the Ichimoku so we can see the numbers more clearly. But now I want to see 357 stabilize as a support. Right. If it does not stabilize as a support, there will be most likely a back test of that 200 week moving average before it really wants to continue higher. So good looking chart here. Finally, right after all this time, finally made a higher high from all of these previous highs, especially this one back in August 2023. Finally got above that level. So this is bullish, right? So any kind of back test in the 350s down to the 270s, I think is an opportunity for microvast before it goes higher. But I would not be chasing until there is some retests coming.
Yep. Let's see. Oh gosh, it's 9 o'clock already. Mara, I've got here. They said Mara and CLSK are disappointing. Well, show me on the doll where Mara disappointed you, because it's been, it's just been, it's having a tough time getting out of the gate. My fib extensions here, it's still fighting with the 23.6. Once it gets over that, it should sail pretty quickly to at least the 382 at 2132. Right now, it looks like it's sort of stuck halfway between the 23.6 and the 11.4 fib extensions. I pulled this quick 949 bottom. Uh, it had a lot of momentum right up to here, so I'm pulling the 100% to rate to 1670, and you can see it's kind of it's struggling with the 70.2% fib. It might even go to the 61.8 and touch this moving average. The moving average 300 on the 4-hour chart. So the moving average 75 on the 8-hour chart is what that is. So yeah, maybe it does that, and then we're off to the races again. Gosh, there's so many requests here. You know, if there's a chart that you really want and I didn't get the chance to do it in the show, you can subscribe to me for only $3 a month, and I fulfill all my subscribers' chart requests. And there's a spreadsheet that I need to update, but it's got it's like a database of all the charts that I've done. Gee, what? Oh, cool. Let's just do cooler real quick. I know I've done this chart before. Yeah, it's in a great place to add it because it still hasn't beaten the 11.4 extension boss. Once it does, it should go to at least 307, $3.07, which is 100 and higher than that now. 168% higher from where price is right now. So it is kind of perilously close to where you would want to pull the ripcord and get out. If it drops below $1.05, then it's making a new lower low for this wave 2, and you might want to get out there and just wait and see what it does after that. As long as it stays over $1.05, I'm looking for 307 at minimum next to get there. Obviously, it's kind of moving slowly. Go ahead, Matt. You can take us
Yeah,
to
I
another one
think
here.
we already did Tesla and Coinbase. I see people asking for entries and stuff.
Correct.
I already talked about that. I'll do Pepsi, and I think this will be my last one before I go, just because I got to do some other stuff before I do my other live stream. So yeah, Pepsi, we haven't done this one in a while, so check it out. It did break above the arc temporarily, but now it's losing a lot of support. So it lost the 50, lost the 100, lost the top arc. So guess what I see down below? I see confluence of the arc and the 200-week moving average catching up to price. So I think that could be a target of where price really wants to go. Maybe the 114, maybe the 111, 112, in that zone, right? And is that going to get there guaranteed? Well, nothing is guaranteed in life. We can just see if this fib does work a little bit here from the previous high to the low during the crash. And you can also see a reason why that was rejected. The 171 up there is a big 2.272 fib extension. And you can see more confluence there, the 1.618 a back test. So I would say if you're looking for an entry, it's probably in that 115 zone for Pepsi. So I don't like this chart. I think anything, any kind of mean reversion back up to the 140s, 130s up here, let me be like 145 even, could get rejected and then finally roll over. So I'm not saying it's going to go straight down there. These are monthly candles here, so it could just take a while to get down there, but I think it's not done yet. I think even if it does go back up to 145, it's probably going to get rejected.
Oh man, let's see.
Tracker?
Don't know what to do. I was going to try to do Kratos, but I don't have a really good chart for it. The chart looks healthy. Let's just get rid of all these drawings. That's what's blocking me. All right. So let's take this on the 8-hour chart, a fib retracement from apparently that's the bottom to this where it had momentum and ran right up to here. 36.34. So let's just use Matt's fibs. It looks like even the market's got it priced in. Look for it to go to 43.77 next, and then hit some resistance and maybe back test this 100% fib. So, oops, no. So from where price is right now, well, it's tough. It wants to go to 43.77, which is 20% higher. It could still back test to this 88. No, it already did it. Yeah, let's just stick with it. 43.77 next, 22% higher. Then maybe it tests back to the 100% level, and then I should do a fib extension. So KTOS looks bullish from here. Let me do QNT. Do I have that one?
That's a
Come on,
crypto, yeah.
pull it up. Oh no. Oh, never mind then. I don't have that. He does fast for you. Oh man. I'm trying to find one that we haven't done recently. Most of the charts haven't changed. Um,
What about Piton? We haven't really done that recently. Do you have a Peloton?
I feel like we did at the beginning of the week.
Did we?
But here's Piton again.
Maybe.
I feel like we did. Peloton, I was looking for a 382. It did that. And then back to the 236. So 656 is where I see it back testing to. But once it gets there, then it's got 66% higher to get to at least. All I was trying to figure out is if it goes past the 382. It doesn't look like it did. So yeah, just one. Oh, so actually it goes up to here next. So 8 DCA or buy more at 656, and then it's off to the races. 125% to 1476 next for Piton. And there you go. That's it. Let's respect Matt's time. And you guys have a fantastic weekend. If I didn't get to your chart request today, subscribe to me. It's only $3 a month, and I will do every chart you ask for.
Nice. And Param, we already did a ESBET already, or I already did it. So you can just scroll back and look at that. Everybody wants to be chasing today, huh? Fair enough.
Because everything
All
else
right,
looks so
guys.
pressured. So
Yeah, nobody wants to buy when
looking
it's
for the
low. They
shooting
want to be like,
stars.
oh, it's going up thousands of percent. Let me get in, let me get in, let me get in. No, then you get crushed and destroyed and you get sad.
And Matt was to see these supports get tested last night. That's when he got so
And everybody was
excited.
panicking. All right, guys. We'll see you next week on Monday. Have a great weekend and a great rest of the day.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Market's bullish overall. Just whatever it does today, that's just the short term. I think 2025 is going to be fantastic again.
Exactly. Thank you, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.